We opened in late November. And I remember because my birthday's in the first week of December, and so it was my first shift after I turned 30. A waitress at 30. Something I never thought I'd be. No, seriously, I never thought I'd be a waitress at 30. So, quick story, I was like 18. I was working in a restaurant in New York. This was my very first one, and all of the girls working there were like standing in a circle talking about how old they are and where they're from. And my friend Lauren's like, hey, I'm Lauren, I'm 27. And then like, hey, I'm Betsy, and I'm from Texas. Hadass, I'm 28, I'm from Tel Aviv. And then like me, hey, I'm Dee, and I'm 18. And then finally, I'm Genevieve, and I'm 30. And I swear to God, I turned to my friend Lauren, who's still my best friend, and I said, if I am still waiting tables when I am 30, kill me. True story. So I'm 30, and it's winter at about 5:30, and I'm standing in an empty dining room before dinner service begins, and the first snow of the season begins to fall. And this restaurant is a big, beautiful, authentic, crystal, floor-to-ceiling fish bowl. And I'm standing there next to the owner in silence, and we just stand facing the street and the snow, and we stare. And she says, do you think people will come? Do you think people will come in? Should we get curtains? Is it too open? And I thought, too open? There's no such thing. But instead I said, people will come to see and be seen. And in this moment, I realized that yes, a restaurant can be so many things, but it doesn't breathe. No, it cannot be anything unless customers are there. Unless you come in, unless the chefs have prepped and cleaned the kitchen, unless you get dressed, take the train, and choose to sit down to wait in my section, I cannot do what I do without you. Hi. You were a waitress last time we were here, remember? Yeah. I don't. Did you have a good time? Yeah. Wow. Welcome back. God, whenever someone's like, hey, you were my waitress before, it's always really bad. But yes. Now I do remember. It was me who took your order. And it was me who poured your water. And if I could, I probably poured my soul into a small dish like a garnish and placed it on the side of your table. Yeah, I'm the one who brought you your salt. And you your lemon. I brought extra Parmesan twice, okay? And you a lot of attention. I'm the one who laughed as your husband grazed my ass as he reached for his glass. I'm the one who didn't flinch when you spit on me while you were trying to make a point to your guest. I'm the one who watched it all. I'm the one who saw you check your cell, under the table, type, and then send the text. I'm the one who knew it was your birthday and sent you dessert anyway because your friends didn't want to spend. And I'm the one who gets entirely too invested and way too attached to these situations and my role in them. But, what can I do? I get to do what I love. And that's where my sense of identity comes from. And yeah, it's a cliche, but fuck, if you find something that you love to do, you don't have to work for a single day. And it's also my job. And being a waitress is a lot. I have to be on and make sure to turn my life off while I'm doing it, but also honor it because waiting tables is a huge part of my life, so I have to be present so that I don't waste it. And then I get really invested in moments, and then I focus just on the compartmentalization of it. But that being in and outside of, that is a very particular skill set. And I don't really think that can be taught. I can prioritize 150 people's needs in a moment. I have to command a lot of knowledge with hundreds of people that I have never met, who have no idea what tagliolini is. Listen, no hard feelings. Lady, if you want a glass of Chianti, please, go ahead. Have one. I'll bring it over with excitement. I'm not judging. I'll think you're an idiot, but I'll bring it. I mean, my job is basically just personality management. Every night is exactly the same, and every night is completely different. I have no idea who's coming in. I have no idea what sort of state the patrons on this rainy Thursday are going to bring in. I mean, they could be out for my blood. They could want to make me feel bad just because it's going to make them feel good. Someone could fall down on the cement on their way out of the restaurant and bleed from their head. Someone could end a relationship in my section, a marriage, even. Someone could grab me by my neck and jewelry. My coworker could be stealing from me. I could be written off the schedule and be having my last shift already and not know it. That one is awful. These restaurants are so small, everything feels intentional. Or just before I'm on my way to take an order, next to table 30, my coworker could tell me that she had to have an abortion yesterday and that's why she was late and she's really sorry. These are all things that have happened to me. We experience so much in public that is usually given privacy. And I have to get to a place where I can somehow stand with a lot of confidence, no matter what. It's gonna be about a 2-hour wait. Are you okay with that? What I wanna say is, listen, take a minute, look inside yourself. Do you have that kind of patience? Because that is a realistic estimate, and I can't have you like having a few drinks and then in 45 minutes yelling at me in front of everybody and treating me like shit. Okay? I know I'm the help. I know it. But I'm also your waitress. I've been put in charge of curating your experience. That's the deal. Deal with it. My boss has put me in a position to do that successfully. But only if you let me. Everything is only if you let me. Good evening. Do y'all care for flat or sparkling? Oh my God, are you the third girl from Broad City? No. But right, I should be. I think, fuck, D. I said 3 words to them and they see something, they notice. It's like when I'm working, I'm immediate. So every night we have some off-menu additions. Are you an actress? I still don't know how to answer that. Lately I've just been saying yes. Yes, I'm an actress. Wait, where are you from? Let me guess. The Midwest? They always say that. Yes, I'm from the Midwest. I get interrupted and I get asked. Okay, so sparkling or flat, I don't really have time tonight. We've got a really long wait. So what should we get? I have never answered that. I always say, oh, I don't know, eating is so personal, we've only just met. Right, do I get a laugh? Not usually. Or are they pissed? I mean, do they understand that in order to answer what you should order, I have to get to know you a little bit? Like, are you having wine or a cocktail? Do you like your meat rare? Are you adventurous? Or should I just steer you towards the pasta that's most popular? Or are you just here to order the most expensive thing and try to fuck her? Listen, buddy, I don't care. I just need a minute to see it. You know? Like, know thyself. If you hate olives, don't order the dish with the tapenade in it. I mean, simple, right? I always say, get what you like. Make some decisions by yourself, and then I'll come in and help. Because remember, I'm not the one having dinner. You are. And if I do a good job, you remember me. And if I do a good job, you don't remember me. It's the table specifically that I read. I mean, that's what makes it unique. What type of experience do you need, and then how can I give it? Chinese food is still my favorite food. Cashew chicken. I remember because I was alone a lot and I could get it delivered. is still so comforting to me. I would eat it as a kid, and I would know what it would taste like every time, right? I could rely on it, know that I would love it. But because I was always changing, every time I would taste it, it would feel a little bit different. And I think that that's what good service is. You can rely on a great experience, good food, good company, but you're never really sure how it's going to manifest exactly. But if you trust, you can leave a little more full, a little more satisfied, maybe even a little more free. It's not free. You'll have to pay for it. But this is the difference. This is the fundamental difference. When you experience excellent service, you are happy to pay for it. I mean, it brings you joy to tip the man who made your pasta and his cousin who peels onions in the prep. This is where your money goes. And when the plates come to your table, it shows. The dishes smell like hard work that has been done before you come, so that once you sit, there's no work left but to enjoy it. And gratuity is this level of transparent generosity that allows you to just like openly appreciate it. And I just love that. You guys, my entire life has been saved by the tip. And I'm never not grateful for it. I mean, just last night I was looking at the checks being like, fuck, they're paying me for this? And it's their choice how much they give? It is like being a prostitute. I mean, I get crisp bills in my hands nightly for my services. 10s, 20s, 50s. Sometimes I even let them kiss me, but on the cheek. But walking home with cash in my back pocket, like I swear, after all these years, still part of me just can't believe it. Because I grew up always wanting a seat at the table. I grew up feeling a lot of not being able to. I grew up in LA around a lot of richer, prettier people than me, and I didn't get it. I thought it was just circumstances, like I was one of them too. And I had a lot of that. In my 20s, I was really angry, and still sometimes I can be angry. But I've grown up, I think, and let a lot of that go. Because I'm at every table now. I run the show. And sometimes I joke that like I never learned etiquette, that I don't know how to correctly like use a knife and fork because I was poor, so I had to go to like my friends' parents and ask. But little did I know that what was going to serve me best was knowing fork on the knife on the right, fork on the left. And if this was a Sondheim musical, bear with me, you guys. I feel like this is the part where I would sing, it's only food and drink, right? Right. It's only food and drink. The stakes are not as high as you think. Forks and knives, knives and forks. This isn't my life, it's just my work. It's only food and drink, sir. Send it back, have another. But it's only food and drink. I'm running around like I'm a surgeon at a hospital, but I'm not saving lives at all. It's only food and drink. And to top it off, Jake Gyllenhaal isn't paying as much attention to me as I think. I serve him enchilada verde 3 times a week. And while he's finishing the hat, I'll be polishing a glass. But somehow all of that's okay with me. Luckily, this isn't a musical and I can't sing. But I saw Sunday in the Park with George like after a double and I closed and he really inspired me.